Hello everybody, welcome back to Agrarian Skies 2. Let's try to have a more productive episode than last time. Hoping that I don't get overrun by mobs again. That would be useful. That kind of puts a damper on the day when you end up spending the whole time cleaning up the platform. But anyway, let's see what we can get into. So since I lost the feather that I needed to make the book and quill for the agricultural journal, thought we should maybe work through some quests. And we've finished a lot of learning Skyblock. We've still got the Angry Doll to get blazes. To do that, we're going to need some Netherwart. To get Netherwart, you have to either go to the Nether, which is this quest. Not interested in that right now. I haven't been to the Nether in Agrarian Skies 2. If it's anything like Agrarian Skies 1, I don't want to go there with only 2 lives. That's a bad plan. That leaves us with magical water, basically getting Witchwater to go. This talks about it. There's lots of interesting things you can do with Witchwater, but basically you get mycelium, put a barrel of water on it, and wait. It will become Witchwater. So let's do that. I've got some dirt here. I've got some ancient spores downstairs, I think. I've got 4 barrels. Let's do a few more barrels. Should be 12. Yeah. Wait a minute. I want to do 4. So that should be enough to make me 4 more barrels to have 8 total. There we go. Okay, and for the Witchwater, I'm going to set it up down here a bit. And I think this aqueous accumulator can probably help us out. So I'm going to expand the platform a bit to put a little Witchwater farm, if you will, right in here, and I will be back. Alright, I'm back. Just expanded just a little bit here. Made a little 4x4 area. And the next thing I'm going to do is line up my barrels. Let's do... Actually, no, I'm not going to do it that way. I want to put them nicely in 2 lines. I'm not sure if they need an empty space or not. Anyway, alright, let's get some ancient spores. And yay, we've got mycelium. Now, you may be thinking, hey, why so close to the aqueous accumulator? Why don't we just use barrels? Well, why use barrels and fill it manually when you can make it automated? So let's go get some fluiducts. We also need, it's a hardened fluiduct, there's a temperate fluiduct. I don't think there's any problem with moving it through a temperate fluiduct. We are going to need some more of them. So let's look at that. A temperate fluiduct opaque is copper, lead, and copper. We'll make some more. There we go. We also are going to need a drum, just because I'd like to store it somehow. So there's a couple ways we could do that. Liquid storage. They don't have some of the open blocks tanks that were in Agrarian Skies 1. I haven't dealt with these Agricraft wooden water tanks before, so I'm not sure about those. Don't really want to deal with the blood tanks. We could make the portable tanks from thermal expansion. can see here the portable tank that holds 8 buckets costs basically 4 glass and a copper. You could do that. The next one up takes 4 more Invar, then hardened glass, and finally Enderium. And this guy holds 128 buckets. That's one way to do it. Or we could hold 256 buckets with basically a whole bunch of iron. So we need 6 iron there, 4 more for two pressure plates for a total of 10, plus 7 more, 17 iron, and we can hold 256 buckets. Let's do that. I got one too many. It'll be okay. So we will make a cauldron, a couple of pressure plates, and now we have a drum. Right. So first item, let's take our, let's see here. You know what? I should not have put those under there. I wonder if I can pump out from the sides. Let's find out. Alright, so we've got our fluid duct. Great. Now the question is, can I come out to the side and into the drum? I will need a servo to make the attempt. And of course I don't have any servos. Tell you what, I'm going to work on this and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. So what I've got set up here is basically making Witchwater. I already got a barrel. When the Witchwater is done, this servo should pull it out into there. Oh, you know what? I've got a whitelist set because I wanted to make sure it would not actually put out water. Alright, so now all we need to do is fill up the rest of these. And I'm going to come around kind of like this. And there's a good reason that I'm not setting this up to use the middle, although I should have potentially thought about the number of fluid ducts that I was going to need, because I'm going to need 6 more. So let me go make those real quick. Was it copper? I think it was. Yep, temperate fluid ducts. Hey, I got some mushrooms too. Okay, I want to whitelist Witchwater and turn it on. Same thing. And for right now, I'm It's not super clear that I have to do this. It's probably a good idea, but there's no other outputs on the fluid ducts for anything other than Witchwater, so it's not like anything else would actually come out. But I'd prefer to not have the problem. Alright, hopefully that's going to work. It worked for that first bucket, but it doesn't seem to be working after that. Very strange. Oh, you know what? I don't need water to be in that network. I don't need them to be together. I wonder if I messed up by having them actually connect together. Let me go break this apart just to make sure I didn't mess up and have something get stuck. Oh, I just lost a couple over the side. That's frustrating. I'll be back after I clean this up. I'm back. The problem was I guess I couldn't pull water out of the side. It seemed to work the first time, but then it stopped. So I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, I've got this reset to do that. And hopefully, let's watch a cycle go. Alright, we're transforming. In a minute it should come out. I've already got 5 buckets in there. So you can fill from the side, but for some reason it wasn't wanting to extract from the side. Okay, really? I'm not kidding, it was just working when I was not recording. Okay, I'm going to figure this out. Hopefully this is the last iteration of this particular design. I'm guessing it was a filtering issue on or where I needed to set a whitelist, because it did start working when I cleared that duct and let it reset. So let's let the mycelium spread back over here. Hopefully we'll see that cycling. Up to 9 buckets there, showing you that yes, it did in fact go through. And then over here, I'm going to do something different. Because, well, I'm just making a guess as to what the next one is. So I'm going to claim the reward. Get 1 block. And we'll just leave that alone, because these will become mycelium pretty soon. Now, Enderman Creepy, they drop Ender Pearls. Combine a Creepy Doll with a barrel of Witchwater, and you can have your own Enderman infestation. Wants to detect an Ender Pearl. Okay, I really don't have a desire to do that. I'm just going to claim the reward, because I guess it detected that I had an Enderman at some point, maybe? I don't know. That guy we can't spawn yet. Alright, Soul Sand. Basically, to get Soul Sand, you take regular sand and run it through some Witchwater. Makes sense, right? Incidentally, once you have soul sand, you can sift it and all sorts of interesting things come out of it. There's some soul sand. So, what we're going to do on this side is make some soul sand. So I'm going to get some materials together and I will be back. What I'm doing here, I've set up item ducts instead of output fluid ducts on this, and I'm setting them up to allow or whitelist soul sand only. Alright, oh, I've got to also turn it on. Alright, so anytime they see soul sand above them, they will output it. Now let's expand that back over. I have the fluid duct running over to this side, and now if I set a barrel here, that's now my soul sand. Now for the rest of this, let's put a chest on top and do it like that. We're one servo short. Alright. Do I have any glass on me? Yes, I do. Clearly I've just memorized the servo recipe at this point. I feel like I'm going to be using that quite a bit because I tend to really like thermal expansion, thermal dynamics, that whole set. So what I'm going to do here is basically anything in the chest, I'm going to feed it into the Witchwater. When it sees soul sand appear down here, it'll take it out. And let's watch it. Okay, it's making Witchwater. It's made soul sand. Okay, that seems to be working. And we have 4 or 5 soul sand. Awesome. So we'll claim some more soul sand. Now what is next? Some blocks can be broken with a hammer. Crushed netherrock can give you gas tiers as well as ore chunks. So that is where it wants to detect 1 gas tier. Okay, so it wants me to make some netherrack, and there's probably one. I think you used to be able to get that from sifting soul sand. Let's look. Gas tiers. Crushed netherrack. It also gets you ores. Let's see what you can get from soul sand. Alright, you can get Netherwart with a 5% chance, Nether Quartz with 100% chance, that's useful, weak blood shards, tainted soil, small chance of gas tiers, sulfur, the nether saplings, and heat sand. So that's probably useful. What we will do, let's just look at a few of those and take them over here. Oh, I should mention I took the opportunity in between episodes to increase the bandwidth on the ore processor. There are now 3 more autosieves here, outputting their stuff, and what we should see is more throughput. these assemblers and crushers are still well able to take care of the flow. We're not getting backups anywhere. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, the silver. Okay, the induction smelters are getting messed up with only one of the ore in them. I'll have to work on that. Might just change those out and use redstone furnaces. I don't think you get that much more for, or really anything at all for using induction smelters here anymore. Oh, I also moved the cobblestone generator over here because it was catching my door on fire, and that's probably something we should avoid. All right, let's sift the soul sand, see if we can get some netherrack, or not netherrack, netherwart. I'm already getting the nether quartz crystals. Alright, oh, we did get some netherwart. So, if I take some more soul sand, I can I thought I could plant it. Maybe I can't plant it in soul sand. Maybe I have to plant it. I don't have anything to hoe with. I really thought I could plant it in soul sand. I wonder if it needs crops. That would be interesting. Let's get one just to be sure. I did not realize that netherwart would be part of that. Right, first off, let's try planting it in dirt. Nope. You can't hoe the soul sand, so let's try setting the crop sticks not on that. Yep, okay, you need crops, and then you can plant it on soul sand. So, learn something new. I'm going to put the soul sand back, and there we go. So I've got 34 soul sand, still some going. The netherwart's going to grow. That'll let me make the angry doll to get the blazes. Next up, oh, I've already got the gas tiers. Excellent. So I can't do that until I go to the nether, and I think I need that sifting grass. More than just dust and sand can be put through the sieve. You can get special saplings by sifting topiary grass and oreberry bushes by sifting stone. So it wants me to get a tigerwood sapling. Tigerwood sapling can be had by sifting topiary grass. Topiary grass is dirt plus seeds. I'm going to want some more seeds before I get into that. So I'm going to let that one go for right now. That basically leaves us with done for what we can do right now with learning the skyblock. Sky farm, we need a feather before we can proceed. So let's look at this. We need some slime balls and some bronze. Bronze is useful. Bronze, molten bronze, can be made by mixing That would be, what, 4 parts copper? 3 parts. Yeah, 3 parts copper to 1 part tin. So let's do that. And while that is cooking, I'm going to go upstairs and drop some of this stuff off. Start back. Let's see. Probably ought to have a place to put our saplings, mushrooms, just random things like that. I think for right now I'll just stick them in here. Got some moss stone. Alright. See how this guy's doing. Still going strong. Almost done with another stack of apples. Wow, we're already up to 148 buckets of Witchwater, and all of that sand has become soul sand. That is outstanding. Okay, let's check on our bronze. We've got 4 ingots of molten bronze. How many does it want? 2. There we go. And we get 2 more. Of course, it's from thermal versus tinker, but whatever. And there we go. So I'm going to put it over here with the other alloys. And good stuff. Next up, it wants us to get silver. We did that. It wants us to get gold. Redstone level tools can start at redstone and be leveled to silver level. We get Invar for that. Let's say about silver. Silver tools start at silver level and be leveled to obsidian level. Silver tools, while not durable, require very little experience to level. Okay. And now it wants obsidian tools, or obsidian ingots. How do we make obsidian ingots? Molten obsidian. Okay, that is easy enough. I wonder how much I get from a block of obsidian. Let's try just 1 or 2. Let's see what we get. While that's cooking, I will put away some of the rewards, and there's still nothing in the chest that we didn't account for. So that's good. That is probably a good indication that we did it right. So an ingot is 144 millibuckets, and we are about to find out what we get for a block. Takes quite a while, apparently. once we're done with that, I'm guessing that's Enderium. Oh, we also have steel. Steel tools come between bronze and silver in the harvest levels. You can level a bronze tool up and move to silver without ever making steel, or you can make steel. The choice is up to you. Steel is best made in an induction smelter. Okay, so it looks like we don't have Tinker's Steelworks. We're going to use an induction smelter to do it. I guess it's good that I made some induction smelters. Okay, so it's 4 ingots. We put 2 blocks in. Each block makes 2 ingots. Easy enough to convert. And then we're going to look up steel in the induction smelter. Awesome. Not mana steel. I just want regular steel. Alright, we smelt nether pig iron ore. We run iron through an infernal blast furnace. We run... Alright, iron and pulverized coal or charcoal through an induction smelter. So making pulverized coal requires grindstone, or I'm guessing a pulverizer. Yep. So we can run coal through the pulverizer, and how do I have 2 more obsidian there? No idea. I'm just curious if this will change the ingot types back to thermal. Didn't do it, so it made it thermal. And that leaves it as Tinker's. Okay. We'll deal with that some other time. Alright, let's get some, let's see, to do it with, we need 2 pulverized coal for every ingot of iron. We get 1 pulverized coal, sorry, not grindstone, pulverizer. We get 1 pulverized coal for each coal. So let's do 2 stacks of coal, a stack of iron. That's an induction smelter, that's a redstone furnace. We're going to need another pulverizer, which I don't have. I'm going to have to go build one. Alright, back in 1 second because I'd like to do steel this episode. Right, we are back, and what I've set up is a pulverizer. So this is just going to be kind of a little machine area for standalone machines that I need for various things. So I've got a pulverizer set up here, pulverizing a stack of coal. It's feeding into this induction smelter that has a stack of iron, and I'm getting steel out. So there we go. Let's claim that, turn in the reward, try and get the reward, which is another ingot of steel. And good stuff. So this episode kind of turned into metalworking. Got it wants us to get Enderium, Mana Steel, and Signalum. It gives us a Terra Steel. Wants us to get diamonds. Very good. Platinum. Wants us to get a shiny ingot. That works. Alamite. Ooh. Alamite ingots. Alumite. Molten alumite. Alamite. Alright. 80 millibuckets of aluminum, 32 millibuckets of iron, 32 millibuckets of obsidian. That's not an even multiple. What I mean by that is, let's say I get something that gives me an amount of iron. I don't need an even multiple of 32 for molten aluminum, so I'm not like a single. It's not going to be a very clean thing. I'm looking at some nuggets. So I'm going to figure out what the best way to do this is in between episodes. I think I'm going to stop the episode at this point. Made a lot of progress on just other different kinds of systems that we need. Right, we've got Netherwart starting to grow. We've got an ability to make soul sand, pretty much as we need. We've got 256 buckets of Witchwater that happened really quickly, so we can make basically as much Witchwater as we want. The ore processor is still running strong, and best of all, the platform is not being overrun by mobs still. So that's good stuff. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.